Good evening, Wizards Nation. I feel like I haven't gone on a stream in a while. We just lost to the Denver Nuggets, 107-97 at home. It is now 8 straight L's for us. This game was ugly. We were pretty much relatively in the game throughout the entire time, but offensively, 38% from the field we shot, which was apparently the second worst this entire season. 30% from the three. It's just like a, inefficient game, but you know what I mean? I do want to show you all this, though, because, the fuck? Breaking news. No, we did not trade for freaking Zion Williamson. Y'all know how I feel about that. 1 second real quick. This was dropped recently because we play the freaking Hornets. And we play the Hornets on Saturday. And because of the snowstorm that's coming, dude, apparently I saw 18 inches in the DMV? 18 to 24? I think it's actually rising. Y'all better go to Costco. Lord knows I did. But they're saying 20 to 24 inches now or something like that in the DMV over the weekend. And they postponed the game at Charlotte. It is now going to tip off at noon on Saturday. So just FYI, mark your calendars. Because originally we're going to play, I believe it was supposed to be at 6 o'clock p.m. But now because of the storm, they want to move it up so that people can get the hell out of there before the storm really hits. So just FYI. Anyways, going back to the game. Yeah, man. Also, the Nuggets. The Nuggets got a lot of favorable calls, man. What the hell's going on with my OBS? I can't show fucking chat. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, I just lost internet. What the hell? Am I live? Can y'all see me? I just lost connection to the internet, it seems like. Did the storm hit already? What the heck? 1 second. Technical difficulties now. It says if I lost connection to the internet, then I shouldn't be live then. Lord. Why is it like this, man? Boy. Let's see. I gotta log into another location now. It says we still here live. All right. For some reason I can't show chat. But hold on. Anyways, Trey Johnson, the reason why I put on the thumbnail, give Trey the keys, because I feel like this was like a glimpse into the future. Trey Johnson had a solid night, man. 19 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from the three, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Everybody else, the starters, Bob Carrington had an off night. 3 of 13 from the three. Respect for keeping on chucking it, though. Alex Sarr, he had an okay game, but considering how Alex Sarr stands in his league, in our squad, Jonas Valanciunas was back. The last time we played the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon was playing center. And in the first half especially, Jonas was giving him some trouble. Throughout the entire season, I love Alex Sarr, but another off season of gaining muscle and strength will do him wonders. And this will not be a problem for him moving forward, but it has been a problem for him this year against bigs with muscle mass, I guess. I don't know how can I say without sounding sus. Let's see here. But the reason why I said give Trey the keys, because it seems like we're starting to find, even though tonight we're off offensively, like I said, 38% from the field, second worst the entire season for us, 30% from the three. But it seems like in the past, 4 games, the games have been relatively close. This one, we lost by 10 points, but we were kind of in the thick of it. We had a chance here and there, especially at the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. But we're not getting blown out anymore. Remember, after the first 6 games that CJ got traded, we were getting blown out. I believe it was the first 6 games. We got blown out 4 of those 6 games by 19 plus or more points. By 19 or more points, sorry. And then now, recently, I believe, yeah, the third straight game was really, like, the Clippers game was competitive. The Nuggets game was competitive. The one in Denver. Yeah, third straight game. So, I'll take it. It seems like they're finding their footing with the post-CJ era. And did I just get my internet back? I swear, my bad. I want to read chat out loud, but I can't say anything. Internet's tanking too for Rich Reload, it says. But yeah, and it seems like, to me, obviously give Keyshawn the keys, but you know what? Have Keyshawn give Trey a pair of keys too. Because I want to see Trey Johnson. Granted, he played 34 minutes tonight. I love that. Lately, he's been playing 30 minutes or more. It seems like those minutes restrictions are being lifted. We predicted this in the second half of the season. But I want to see Trey get 16 shots. You know what I mean? Even lead us in field goal attempts. This man is going to lead us to bright places. Apparently, he was not even in the top 10 in the rookie standings. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was total BS. But I digress. Let's see here. I'm being thrown off my game without this internet, man. I feel like I can't go. I'm stuck on this page. I can't. I'm locked up in this page. Let me see. Can I go here? Oh, okay. Yes, I can. Anyways, let's start off from the beginning. No bags tonight. No Vooch tonight. Which means we saw Anthony Gill playing some center minutes. It wasn't too shabby. It was a +1. The entire bench was, not too shabby. Will Riley. Shout out to Will. 13 points, 3 of 7 from the three. I saw that. I believe he had 2 threes in the first quarter, and he had 1 in the third quarter. I like that. Love it, because he's been off lately from the three in the past couple of games. 4-10 from the field, aggressive, I believe. I don't know if I can show this. Is it going to work? Oh, it's not going to work. I had this highlight for you guys. It doesn't make sense. How am I live, but I have no internet? Don't I need internet to go live? What's going on? Is my mathing? Yeah, I still have no internet, dude. What the hell? This is stupid. Anyways, let me read what chat's saying real quick. The top rookie ranking was super BS indeed, says Paprika. Yeah, that has BS on the rookie list. Demon dude should not be on that list. I like Demon. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Y'all probably got receipts on me glazing Demon during the draft process. Not recently. During the draft process. I actually like Demon. I'm not going to lie. So here, Dylan James, I'm not going to lie. Sarl still got to work on his mental. Soft as hell, but at least not as soft as last year. That's true. But he has taken a big jump this year regarding his overall shot diet. Over here not playing like, freaking Dirk Nowitzki, shooting like, not even general, like multiple threes. He's cut down his threes. I can't even go to this website. Oh yeah, I can. This year, he's cut it down from shooting 5.1 attempts per three a game to 2.8. Like a big man should be. Let's see here. Not mad at this loss, DB. Seeing progress with the Young Bucks. Yeah, I'm not mad either. I'm not mad. What I do like, I would classify this loss as a competitive loss. Granted, the Nuggets are without a lot of dudes, especially Jokic. Apparently, Jokic is coming back. Valanciunas came back for them. But still, I believe the Nuggets are, third in the West? They're 30-15. We're 10-33. We lost by 10 points, and that doesn't really do it justice because I feel like we were kind of in the thick of it to a certain degree. We were never getting blown out the entire time. As a matter of fact, we made a run in the only quarter that we outscored them was in the second quarter. But this game, especially offensively in the first half, it was atrocious, dude. Offensively in the first half, it was atrocious. Yes, Julian, my bad. I don't know why I call you Julian. Julian. Or maybe you go by Julian. Are you Bolivian? The Bolivian Julian. My bad. He says, need to run more plays for Trey, man. Yeah, that's why I said give Trey the keys. You know what I mean? Give him the keys, man. Give him the keys to the shed at least, Keyshawn. Over here hogging all the keys. Not gonna lie, I love Keyshawn George. He was awesome. Well, I won't say he was awesome. A bit inefficient from the field, but I think he had a really solid night tonight. 20 points, 2 of 6 from the three, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. He was like really solid actually. I do want to see him improving that field goal percentage though. But this is not key. This is not. I mean, Keyshawn George this year has been freaking amazing, man. And I almost put Keyshawn George on the thumbnail, but the main reason why I put Trey was because Trey had a solid night as well. I take that back. Keyshawn had a really solid night, but even he will tell you. In that interview I know y'all saw today with Old Man in the Three, or Young Man in the Three now, all three of the Young Bucks talking, which is awesome. I don't know if y'all saw, but apparently, or y'all heard, Keyshawn George had a draft day promise from the Bucks. Oh, here we go. I got the chat back. I guess I got internet back. The Bucks gave Keyshawn George a draft day promise saying, we're going to draft you. And instead, they drafted A.J. Johnson. And now we have both, Keyshawn George and A.J. Johnson. Love it. Love it. And my internet's back. We live, I think. Please, boy. My bad. 1 second, y'all. Still not connected to the freaking internet. Bub shout out the game, says weak ass TV. Yeah, he was not it tonight. Not only was his 3-point shot off defensively, that's what kind of gets me like with Bub. I love me some Bub. I think he's gonna have a key role for us moving forward. But when his 3-point shot's not going in, he's not applying rim pressure. His defense is still not where it needs to be. I actually do believe in Bub. He has the frame. He has the stature. Well, not the frame yet, but he has the stature, the height, the wingspan to be. I mean, he has the drive, but as of right now, his defense is still improving. But if his 3-point shot's not going in, not applying rim pressure, it's kind of like, with Bub, it's kind of like a huge, how can I say this without being disrespectful? It's kind of hard for him to impact the game in a positive way for the team. You know what I mean? He was a minus 18 tonight. Granted, I'm not going to dog on him because he's been really solid as of late, so not dogging him whatsoever. But, shoot. This is what happens with shooters. You have these type of games, off night for him. He'll bounce back. God dang it, this freaking internet. Now it's... 1 second. Let's see here. So the starters tonight were Carrington, Trey Johnson, Keyshawn George, Middleton, and Sarr. Like I said, Kolawole was out. Bagley and the Vooch were out as well. And we all saw Anthony Gill play some center minutes. Anthony Gill had 12 minutes tonight, 2 points, 4 rebounds, a block. It was him going at it with Aaron Gordon. If anything, this is a solid game for, play Anthony Gill center minutes, I guess, him and Aaron Gordon. I don't know. But like I said, and I talked about earlier in the stream, Sarr, struggled against most big men who have big muscle mass or whatever the hell. And, Valanciunas just went straight at him in the first quarter. Not even the first quarter, in the first half. Valanciunas tonight finished with 16 points and 9 rebounds. Most of that was in the first half. He had a bit of a foul trouble towards the end. He had picked up his 5th foul, I believe, in the 10-minute mark in the fourth quarter. He only played 22 minutes. I believe it was his first game back from injury. So kind of expected him to, have a minutes restriction. Anyways, Peyton Watson, holy hell, 35 points, 10 of 16 from the field, 6 of 8 from the 3. We keep talking about him. We're just like, hey, man, this guy's a first restricted free agent. Should we throw in the bag? Me, I'm just like, it's not even should we throw in the bag. Will the Nuggets even think about not even losing him, but, you got to think the Nuggets are going to do everything in their power to ensure that they don't let Peyton walk out for nothing, at least. Not only that, they're probably going to try to maneuver contracts to try to make sure they got enough money to pay Peyton Watson. But this man is a complete stud. Like, complete stud. I don't care if we have a shitload of wings. If we got a chance at Peyton Watson, let's do it. I love his game, man. I love his game. Anyways, let's see. Chat's right here, so I can't say anything. Talked about that. Bub came out. I mean, it was weird because Bub came out and hit 2 threes in the first quarter, and then since then he was 1 of 13 from the field. I mean, from the three. Sorry. So, you know, you live and you learn. But Trey Johnson has some nice cross-court passes. Let's see here. Watson is on pace to have a breakout season like Jalen Johnson last year. Yeah, I agree, Paprika. Just getting back from the game, says District Gentleman. Let Trey take 20 shots a game. I'm good with that. Yeah. Hey, that's why I keep saying this for those that are just joining the stream. The reason why I give Trey the keys is because, come on, like, he's playing the minutes now. He played 34 minutes tonight. Had 14 field goal attempts. Let's give him more. Let the offense run through him. Obviously, Sar, come on, let's run him more sets. Let's do something with him. Let's take advantage. I'm super excited about the second half with Trey Johnson, man. It's only a matter of time. I'm predicting a 30-point game in February. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. The minutes now, he's getting it. Field goal attempts. I'm pretty sure Coach Keefe is going to start drawing out more plays for him. I mean, he has to. Bruh, I swear to God, man. My internet, bruh. Let's see here. Nuggets had 11 free throws in the first quarter. The Nuggets had a lot of calls go their way this game. And I'm not trying to, be that butthurt Wizards fan. We lost. No. We lost, but we won. in the tankathon. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Hornets were whooping ass. I got to check the stats, or the game scores, but let's see here. Let's see. Bub here. The foul on Gordon at the end of the first quarter was awful. Key contested it, and they gave this man 3 free throws. Like I said, the entire night, there's a lot of questionable calls in the favoring the Nuggets. A lot of games. This is just the first quarter. I'm only here. I know there's more here I got on my notes in the fourth quarter as well. Like I said, they had 11 free throws in the first quarter. Riley hit 2 threes in the first quarter. Love that. Let's see. Let's hopefully, that'll give him a spike in confidence. We trailed by 4 points in the first quarter. Like I said, Bub Carrington actually started out solid. He had 8 points on 3 or 6 from the field, and then it just went downhill. He just couldn't just couldn't buy a bucket. But after that, I mean, it was brick city for both teams. It was just an ugly offensive half for both of us. I mean, for us and the Nuggets. Like I said, a lot of questionable calls. Another foul, I believe, was in the second quarter. Jamal Murray was literally holding Keyshawn George's arm, freaking trying to rip it off, and then they called a foul on Keyshawn George. I know y'all saw that too. I was like, what's going on? I actually thought that they were going to overturn it. They didn't even it was just like a lot of questionable calls tonight. Again, not too, I don't know. At halftime, we were down by 2 points. Keyshawn George was leading the way with 12 points. Carrington had 10. Riley had 6. Trey Johnson picked it up in the second half. But, you know what I mean? Like I said, it was just ugly offensive half for both teams. I believe, we were shooting, 30% from the 3? It was disgusting. Anyways, we came back from the second half. Trey Johnson hit consecutive 3s. Again, I have your notes. More favorable calls for the Nuggets. And also, speaking of the Nuggets announcers, because I watched it on Bub streams, they kept calling Bub Bubbles. And I know about the history of the name Bub. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Don't call a grown man Bubbles, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Don't try to disrespect my man. I feel like they were saying it like in a demeaning manner or something like that regarding Bub. You're like, Bubbles for 3. Bubbles with the contested layup. Bubbles with the... I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. Leave the man alone. I don't know if they're projecting. I don't know, man. They're cool dudes, though. Jameer had a nice steal and dunk to end the third quarter. Jameer had a solid night, y'all. Even though he had 3 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from the 3, hit a free throw, had 5 rebounds, an assist, 2 blocks, 3 stocks in total, 2 offensive boards. Doing the little things. Yet again, Jameer Watkins, his defense, smothering. I saw him. He had a nice steal and dunk to end the third quarter, and I have here in my notes, Jameer caused a jump ball on Peyton Watson in the fourth quarter. And I actually thought it would be a critical jump ball. I believe they called a foul on Jonas Valanciunas, and he got his 5th foul in that call. But, you know what I mean? This is what Jameer Watkins does. This is year 1. Granted, the kid's he is 24 years old, but still, give this man some minutes more. He's 18 minutes right now tonight, but more consistent games, more consistent minutes. Let his offensive game develop, and who knows? Maybe he can give Bilal Coulibaly. I don't know if he'll give Bilal Coulibaly some run regarding our best point of attack defender. Perhaps, but hey, even if you are sniffing Bilal Coulibaly territory, we all know Bilal Coulibaly is one of the best in the league and still really young. Granted, Bilal Coulibaly has flaws. We know this already. I'm not going to dog on him. But I've been really impressed with this Jameer Watkins minutes, man. I've been really impressed, especially with his defense. Have that Justin Champagnie mindset. Do all the little things. Champagnie, again, 3 points tonight, but, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. A steal was a +2. Like, the bench wasn't, Riley was the only offensive, punch off the bench tonight with 13 points. Again, Marvin Bagley was not there tonight. So, that was definitely missed. But, I don't know. I don't know if Marvin Bagley's going to play on Saturday. Saturday at noon, by the way, the Hornets we are playing. A bit weird at noon. But it is Eastern time, so shouldn't change that much. Anyways, let's see here. We were down by 6 points entering the fourth quarter, it looks like. Yeah, 81-75. Nuggets were leading. Riley hit a 3 to start the third. Oh, was it to start? Yeah, to start the fourth quarter. I talked about that. But in general, just, imagine if we had a point guard tonight. Oh, wait, we got one. But he ain't playing right now. Yeah. Like I said, 38% from the field, 30% from 3. How many free throws? We ended up, catching up to them. But in the first quarter, there's a huge disparity. They had 26 free throws to our 24. Granted, they actually made their free throws. Well, we were 20 of 24, but they were 24 of 26. Rebounds, they out-rebounded us. We actually had more offensive boards. Granted, Valanciunas only played 22 minutes. So we better take care, we better, if we had Marvin Bagley, probably would have, I don't know. I don't want to say anything. 14 turnovers each. Points in the paint, 44 to our 36. But granted, it says here that the Nuggets were leading 96% of the time. But it was close. It was always like a 6 to 8 point game. We made a comeback in the third quarter. We actually tied it in the third quarter. But, it was weird as well because, granted, the Nuggets shot 45% from the field and 35% from the 3. At one point, they were with us as well, around the 30% mark, and it seemed like they weren't taking advantage. It seemed like we were just horrifically, the shots weren't going in, and somehow, some way, we just still managed to be relatively close in the game. But, it is what it is. Like I said, 8 straight L's. Let me see. I can't go on the internet now. I want to go to the Tankathon page. One second. I can't do shit right now. Oh, let me see what chat's saying. Hornets game got moved to noon due to the upcoming weather. Yep, CWJ. I said that earlier. Here it is right now for everybody who's just joining the stream. Yeah. So, I think it's for the DMV. It's going to start snowing on Saturday, but the heavy snow is going to be on Sunday. So, and then it's going to continue on to Monday morning. But, yes, we play at noon against the Hornets at Charlotte. Just, make sure y'all got your calendars ready. Let's see here. My bad. Let me read this chats. Bub, shout out the game. I already read that. Watson is on pace to have a breakout season like Jalen Johnson, which I already read that. My bad. I would love. Will has been working on his shot. Yep. I saw that when I was at the game against the Clippers. But yeah, man. Let me see if I can actually go. Y'all know my ritual. Our ritual. Mostly my ritual. Regarding the Tankathon website. Oh, it's working. So I am on the internet. The fuck? So, we lost. That looks like the Hornets won. The Jazz won yesterday. The Jazz beat the Wolves. Yeah, was it the Wolves? Yeah, it was the Wolves. So, shout out to the Jazz. We are now in we already know about the 8-game losing streak. We have the worst losing streak right now in the entire league. Yeah, here we are, CWJ. It's a 3-way tie. These annoying motherfuckers. Come on, Pelicans. Come on, Pacers. It sucks and it's annoying because, granted, we are in an 8-game losing streak. You would at least think that our competition in a Tankathon would be winning some games during our losing stretch. This is what we want, but it's weird. Nobody's losing. I mean, nobody's winning. How the hell are the Pels worse than us? Says Rudy. Oh, no, my bad. Paprika. Yeah, man. I believe there's more games happening right now. More lottery implications, I think. But I do know that the Hornets won. Like I said, we need that top 4 to guarantee our pick. 0% chance. But, you know, Rudy says, why are you so late? What do you mean? I've been on for a while, bruh. But like I said, if we have the 5th worst record, I believe it's like 0.7 chance it falls to out of the top 8, so we should be good there. But ideally, top 6 worst record. But you know, me considering our luck, just give us a top 4 worst record. Guarantees our pick. 0% chance that it falls out of the top 8. So, you know, gotta root for the freaking Kings, man, and the Nets. Like, if the Kings were to go like on a spree and distance themselves from us, I would be happy with that. You know, fuck it. Nets just scored 66 on the Knicks. Yeah, I saw that. And it was insane. Anyways, it is what it is. This is how we currently stand. I gotta go restart my router. I think it's my laptop that's just not working because everything else is working. Whatever. All right, y'all. I gotta call it quits. This stream just went off the rails. What the hell, man? It's hard to go live when you got no internet. I'll tell you that much. Anyways, Nomadic Brian says the bottom 4 is brutal. Can't lose enough. Damn. Better get a top 3 pick. Yeah, but you know how Adam Silver rolls. He likes a good feel-good story. He does. Can we be a feel-good story? Like, for obviously we know we are, but like for Comeback Live? Did I go offline? Young Mill says Comeback Live. Oh. Now I'm confused. Did I go offline? Well, I'm already at the 29-minute mark. Or 29-minute mark. Fuck it. Log off and then come back in. I'm already usually at my 30-minute mark. I gotta call it. I gotta hit the gym too. I gotta hit the gym before the storm hits. Let's see here. But yeah, what was I saying? Are we like somewhat of a feel-good story for Adam Silver in his eyes? An up-and-coming team. I feel like NBA GMs and executives are buying stock on us. I feel like we're like right now we're like Bitcoin in 2016. If you want to be rich, buy stock in the Wizards. Bubs says, I was at the game. Man, Alex was brutal to watch. Yeah, yeah. Just wait, though. Just give him an off season. He's going to gain strength. That was his biggest Achilles heel tonight. But I hope y'all had fun of the game. But going back to my question, though. Trey Young, Virginia, yeah, it is a feel-good story. But, my conspiracy is Adam Silver blesses those for a feel-good story so that the NBA can capitalize off of it financially. Rudy says, you talked about the old man in the 3 episode? Yeah, I did a little bit in the beginning of the stream. That was awesome. I put it in the community post, y'all. Highly, highly recommend. I've never seen Alex R talk that much. Oh, my God. I feel like I got to know Alex R a bit. That was awesome. We talked about Rudy regarding how the Bucks gave Keyshawn George a draft promise, and then they ended up taking A.J. Johnson instead. And now we got both A.J. Johnson and Keyshawn George. Primarily Keyshawn George. Thank God. Thank God the Bucks fumbled that one. But going back to my feel-good story thing, if Adam Silver would be like, hey, man, this team is up and coming. They got Trey Young coming back. The city's going to be hype. Let's give them one more piece, and they can be the team that comes out of the East in a couple of years. Let's just add more fuel to this oncoming blaze of beautiful fire, or I don't know what the fuck I just said, but you know what I mean? Maybe, and I'm not even, obviously, we know we deserve a top 3 pick, but like I said, if we get Caleb Wilson, bro, I'm happy. I'm elated if we get Caleb Wilson. He fits in seamlessly. Not only that, just give me like one of the top 4. That's all I want now. One of the top 4 would fit here perfectly. Give me the power forward of the future. Fuck it. If Peterson's available, give me Peterson, obviously. But man, you see when Keyshawn referred to himself as the leader of the team. Yeah, I did say that as well. Yeah. A lot of interesting nuggets, man. You saw the chemistry and the camaraderie between the three young bucks, Bilal, Alex R, and Key. What else did they talk about? Their upbringing as well. Obviously, in the beginning of the pod, the main thing that caught my eye was I knew this already, but Bilal Coulibaly saying that he didn't really take basketball seriously until he was 17 years old, 16, 17 years old. But I'm just as soon as he said that, the first thing that came to my head was Will Dawkins saying about a month and a half ago that Bilal Coulibaly is 3 to 5 years away from not even from reaching his prime, from getting in the vicinity of his prime. Man, super raw. That one really got to me. Even though I knew it, but I'm just hearing him say that himself. I was just like, oh, okay. He's still got a long way to go. Right now, the Bilal Coulibaly we're seeing is not the finished product. It's nowhere near it, which is very exciting. What else did they talk about? I feel like I'm blanking. You also felt like the excitement between those three. They know within that they know that they're going to be a problem in the next couple of years, maybe even next year. Bub Carrington, I believe Bub Carrington was the one who shouted in the middle of the pod. I actually would have liked to see Bub there as well in the pod. He's always entertaining. Crocswell No Sock says, yes, Wizards are a feel-good story. Adam just now finding out and paying attention. Interview also talked about that 0-15 game. Yes, you're right. The 0-15 game for Alex R. Yes, and then Alex R basically said he was putting a lot of pressure on himself that he didn't want to go 0-15. He kept on saying that he was getting more fatigued as the game went on. I would have liked it if he asked him more about his mental afterwards. I feel like they kind of brushed on that topic and moved on. What else did they talk about? Bilal Coulibaly being mature, him and Victor pretty much getting on. Let's see over here. If Bilal can turn the Peyton Watson type, we are good. I think there's two different type of players, though. I don't think Bilal will ever, you know. Bilal's going to make his money on a defensive end. And he's going to be one of the best ones in the league. I'm calling it. The fact that he came onto the facility lets me know that the league is on notice. Yup. Yeah, man. I was super excited when I saw that. I was like, holy hell. It was only 46 minutes long, I believe. Wish it was longer, but, it's... Also, in that pod, you definitely noticed Chris Middleton and CJ McCollum's influence on the Young Bucks. How they kept saying, they asked him a question regarding, let me put here. Well, I don't know if y'all want to still continue seeing this, but they kept asking questions regarding how they impacted them, like seeing them, these veterans, in a day-to-day basis. And I believe it was Bilal Coulibaly seeing how Chris Middleton takes care of his body and how he's really, really, has his schedule, always, ensuring that his body's good to go on game days. That really, I guess, made the Young Bucks take notice. And now they're doing that at a young age, like installing good habits, which is awesome to see. Chuck says, let's see my bad. Sar definitely said he was glad back. He was glad the backlash from the offensive team was early in his career, though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's Armageddon in these grocery stores, says Base Maryland. Yeah, dude. I think today is the day to go, though, because come tomorrow, everybody's gonna be going crazy. Crocsball No Socks says facts, Chuck. Let's see here. That's true. Yeah, Chuck is on one right now. Yeah. BC talking about that. I watch his film different because of Chris. Yeah, that's one thing that I definitely know. That was like towards the end of the pod, how they both kept citing how CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton have played a great positive influence on these young Bucks, which it seems like they're already carrying at the age of 20, 19, 21. So, we all knew this coming into a rebuild. Obviously, you need the young blue chip players or prospective blue chip players, but getting those veterans is imperative. These kids need somebody to look up to, and thank God we've had dudes like obviously Chris Middleton, McCollum. I'll throw Anthony Gill in there. Marvin Bagley, in my opinion, has been an awesome vet. Valanciunas. People forget about Valanciunas, but Valanciunas was actually always saying that he was always looking out for Alex Sarr in his rookie year. Giving Alex Sarr pointers. Alex Sarr actually shouted out Valanciunas multiple times in his rookie year, saying that Valanciunas was a good mentor for him. Did you see Stephon Castle talking about Key? I might have missed that one. I did see Nicholas Batum talking about talking about Bilal Coulibaly and Alex Sarr for the French national team. Batum said that he believes Bilal Coulibaly is going to be one of the top 3-and-D players in this league. But Batum's been on one with Bilal. Yeah, what did Castle say about Key? I think I missed that one, dude. Key was like, CJ, stay shot ready. Yes, you're right. Yeah, never needed to stand up and shot. Was always shot ready. Yeah. So, yeah, it was an awesome episode. Highly recommend. The link is on the community post for those who haven't watched it yet. I wonder how many views it has. Let me see how many views it has. Well, I don't know. I can't check right now. But, yeah, that was awesome to see. And hopefully it's just the beginning of something nice. Rudy says that they work out together regarding Castle and Key. I do wonder about this, y'all. And this is going to be my last question because I got to go. I got to go to the gym. Yeah, shit. You can see the double chins, boy. I got to go to the gym. Fuck it. I do wonder about this. The Spurs. Castle. Fox. Harper. Are they going to be able to keep that together moving forward? I'm keeping my eye on that situation. I am keeping my eye on that situation. They don't fit well next to each other. Who's going to stretch? Like, they need a shooter amongst the three of them. I guess Fox, but he's not like he's not the best shooter, especially from the three. I am keeping my eye on that Spurs guard situation and Devin Vassell. But mainly, I'm looking at, I don't know if the Spurs had to choose between trading one of them. They just gave Fox the extension. They got Dylan Harper primarily because he was BPA and they got blessed in the draft. Michael Winger had a nice interview today, but I got to go. But I'm just saying, man, I'm keeping my eye on that Spurs guard rotation. Like, let's just say we get fucked in the draft. Like, I don't know. Would you, if we pick 7, would y'all be willing to trade that and package it with other assets for one of the Spurs guards, primarily either Castle or Harper? No, I'm not trading for Fox with that. No, I'm not. No offense to Fox, but no. I already know we got Trey Young. I know that. I know we got Trey Young. I know. But we don't know if Trey Young's going to be in the future. They like him a lot. Seems like they bought into it. But, like, if you have a chance, I don't know. If you have a chance, like, and who would they want from us? I'm just spitballing, but that's just me. I'm not saying we're going to do it. I think it's a very low chance, but, I'm just keeping my eye on that, man. Anyways, I'm going to call it quits, y'all. I got to hit the gym, boy. We lost today, 8 straight L's. We played the Hornets on Saturday, but you know what? It is what it is. Hey, listen, if we lose to the Hornets, Drummer Boy says, no big moves for guards right now. Get a C. Yeah, no, I know. You're right. I'm just daydreaming right now. Daydreaming about getting Harper. Yeah. Give me a power forward, honestly, or a center. But give me a power forward in this draft. Give me Caleb Wilson, Boozer, DeBonsa. I know DeBonsa's not a power forward, but, you can play the 4 more. Move Key to the 3. I think this is the season. This is the offseason where we find the power forward of the future. And we put Key at the 3. And we go from there. And we roll. Anyways, like Pneumatic Brian just said, keep on hooping, Wizards. Bilal in 7th for Castle or Harper. I'm going to leave it at that. District gentleman tossed it out there. I was thinking that as well. Granted, I do feel like District gentleman, they would want a shooter. Would Bub entice them? Bub would actually fit really well off ball with, I guess whoever they keep. Harper, Bub will actually fit really well with them. Would Bub in 7th do it? I don't know. Perhaps. I mean, perhaps. Holy shit, perhaps. I feel like I'm thinking biased right now. I'm thinking biased. But then again, Harper hasn't had the best of... I mean, Harper's been solid, but he hasn't been balling. So maybe his value went down a bit. I mean, I don't know. I'm just spitballing right now, but I think District Gentleman, I think they'll want a shooter. Bilal... I mean, then again, Bilal and Wemby reuniting in San Antonio would be awesome for them. But we'll see. I'm going to leave it at that. Sar being pushed out the lane by Bruce Brown. He likes Bub in 7th too. Yeah, that I might do. I'm being honest. Young Mill says, we'll gladly take Dylan. I know, dude. If that... it, now you got me thinking. I'm going to be on the ESPN trade machine. Bub in 7th for Dylan. I'd do it. And that's, never mind Trey Young. I love Trey Young. He hasn't played yet, but it's not set in stone. He's going to be in the future. But you put Dylan in this roster with Alex Sarr. Not only that, it will be somewhat of a consolation prize for if we do get scoring in the draft, whatever the hell. Huh. That might be a video topic. Actually, no, that's too early for a video topic for that. Yes, Chuck Best, you're right. I might make a video tomorrow regarding what Mike Winger said regarding. He said a lot of nice things today. But yeah, I'm gonna call it quits, dude. It's already 45-minute mark. Anyways, take care, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Dropping a video tomorrow, and then I'll see y'all streaming live on Saturday, hopefully with internet. As a matter of fact, I actually might be without internet again on Saturday, considering this freaking storm. Anyways, if you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Go Wizards. Go Wiz Kids. Listen out to the pod that came out today. Link is on the community post. And I'll see y'all